You've been lied to. When most people picture a Viking, they see a fierce warrior with a long beard, a heavy axe, and a helmet with giant horns. But here's the shocking truth. Vikings never wore horned helmets. No archaeologist has ever dug up a Viking horned helmet from battle. Not one. So where did the horns come from? Believe it or not, this image was invented over 700 years after the Viking Age ended. In 1876, German composer Richard Wagner staged an opera about Norse gods. His costume designer, Carl Emil Duppler, thought horns would make the warriors look more dramatic. The audience loved it, and the myth was born. From that opera stage, the image spread into paintings, books, and later movies. And once Hollywood got hold of it, the horned Viking became impossible to shake. But real Viking helmets were nothing like this. They were rounded iron caps, sometimes with nose guards built for survival, not for show. And think about it, horns in battle would have been a disaster. They could be grabbed, snagged by weapons, or throw off your balance. So why do so many people still believe it? Simple, repetition. When you see the same image in cartoons, Halloween costumes, and football teams, it becomes fact in your mind. But the truth is, Vikings didn't need horns to be terrifying. They were already some of the fiercest warriors in history. They raided towns, traded across continents, and built settlements as far away as North America. Centuries before Columbus, real Viking helmets were practical. One famous example, the Geirmundbu helmet found in Norway, dates back to the 10th century. And guess what? No horns. There is evidence of horned helmets, but not Viking ones. Bronze Age ceremonial helmets, used 2,000 years earlier in religious rituals, sometimes had horns. But those were for worship, not war. By confusing ritual helmets with Viking warriors, 19th century artists gave us a costume that never truly existed. Even today, history books and school plays often show Vikings with horns. It's a myth that refuses to die. But real Vikings were far more interesting than the Hollywood version. They were explorers, traders, farmers, and lawmakers. They built one of the first forms of democratic government, the Thing, where free men gathered to make laws and settle disputes. And their naval technology? Revolutionary. Their longships could cross oceans and also sail up shallow rivers, giving them a tactical advantage no enemy could match. So remember this, if you see horns, it's not history, it's theater. You've been lied to. Vikings never wore horned helmets. That image was created centuries later. The real story of the Vikings is even more fascinating than the fake one. So the next time someone shows you a horned Viking helmet, you can smile and say, that's not history, that's Hollywood. And once again, you've been lied to.